Hello and welcome. My name is Sam Cawthorn for those people that I haven't met as yet. And even if you have heard from me before, I know that you'll get a lot of value from today's conversation. For those people that I haven't met before, it is so awesome and wonderful that you've made the decision to be here in today's conversation. So really excited about it. And ultimately, first of all, I wanted to say a thanks to the organisers here at the Virtual Disruptor Expo, or the Virtual Expo, all about disruption, because I do know that you'll get a lot of value from today. And really excited about this. And as I was saying, I also want to make sure that for those people that have heard from me before, that you will get some brand new stuff from me, and those people that I haven't heard from before, I'm really glad that you are here. So it is going to be an amazing conversation today. But very firstly, I wanted to really disrupt this whole conversation in and around being a storyteller. Few people have heard me talk about this before, but just very quickly, let me just unpack exactly what I do mean by this. So an average storyteller will inform, and that's where a lot of education stops here. Teachers have been taught how to inform their students, whereas a good storyteller will persuade. And I suppose that's where a lot of salespeople stop. Yeah, salespeople have been taught how to persuade their customers and their clients, whereas a great storyteller will inspire. Now, I love inspiration, yeah. I'll go to the latest Marvel movie. Let's say I'll go and watch Thor. But I'm really inspired by that. But get this, ready? Inspiration will not necessarily turn to action. Have you noticed that? You know, sometimes we hear something that's really inspiring and we think, wow, that's really inspiring. But surely, after a while, we'll go back to our ordinary, everyday, busy lives. And ultimately, inspiration will not last. They say inspiration is like having a shower. You need it every day, yeah? And so then that means there needs to be a shift. And so get this. The shift started to happen a few years ago. A few years ago, everyone started to talk about visual storytelling. You know, let's use more images. Let's use more video. We were, weren't we? And all of a sudden, we're talking about visual storytelling. But the reality is, we're still using this word tell. And to be quite honest, we're sick and tired of people telling us what to do. We are, aren't we? You know, we're out there and our parents tell us what to do. We're in school and our teachers tell us what to do. We're even in the workplace and our boss tells us what to do. But if I said this, if I said, let me tell you something, compared to me saying, let me show you something, yeah, it lands totally different to the listener. Suddenly I've gone from head to head into heart to heart, which then begs the question. An excellent story shower will transform. So what is transformation? Transformation means I've been informed, I've been persuaded, I've been inspired, but now I'm ready to take action. That's what true transformation is. But this isn't the pinnacle. The pinnacle is what we like to call transcendence. Now, what transcendence is like an outer body experience. It's like a sense of timelessness. What happens when we're transcended in something? We forget where we are. And sometimes we don't even pick up our phone and check TikTok, right? Because we're transcended in that moment. And I truly believe that if you want to win engagement in the future, if you want to win better clients, better customers, if you want to win more income, more impact, more influence, we need to learn how to engage better. We need to learn how to engage in every conversation, whether it's online, whether it's offline, whether it's face-to-face, whether it's in a pitch or a presentation, whether you want to do a TED Talk or whether you just simply want to win more business, you need to learn how to engage. How do we engage? It is about learning how to transcend others' ways of thinking. Now, if you haven't already, just take a screenshot of this because we'll be deep diving a little bit more into today's conversation. Yes, you're going to get a lot of value from today and it's going to be awesome. Can I just very quickly just share a story about this gentleman here? His name is YP Lai. Now, YP Lai, he's part of BNI. Have you heard of BNI? Business Networking International. And now his lifelong dream was to actually speak for the BNI Global Convention. They have it all over the world, but on this particular year, it was there in Long Beach, California. And he said, Sam, can you teach me how to get that speaking opportunity, how to get paid there, but also how to blow people away so they can rebook me again? And I said, yep, let's do it. So then he came along to one of our workshops, and then after then, he then sent me this Facebook message. And I've actually just got a screenshot here, and I wanted to share this with you. This is what he said. He said, just wanted to say thank you to Sam Cawthorn and Speakers Institute. Did the closing keynote presentation for the BNI Global Convention in Long Beach, California on Saturday, the 11th of November. The audience was 1,200 BNI directors from 73 countries were spellbound, at times rolling with laughter and others in tears with the moving stories as I managed the energy in the room and captured their attention with story showing. All this I learned at boot camp. Sam has suggested I was in a black suit, black shirt, and had a black tie on. Life is awesome. And I'm thinking, well done, YP Lai. Absolutely brilliant. Congratulations. And you know what's really interesting, and I'm just going to bring myself around this side. He actually then got invited back the next year. Check this out. Again, this here is a message that he sent to us, and very quickly, I'm just going to move our logo there so you can actually then have a look at it. This is what he said. What an amazing week. Tuesday, keynote presentation, Live with Passion to Corporate Connection, Organization of Owners of Multi-million-dollar Businesses. Wednesday, welcoming speech to 3,000 participants in BNI Global Convention and facilitated business matching for 2,000 business owners. Thursday, keynote presentation and networking quotation to 2,000 plus audience and the release of my book at the same title. Saturday, MC to roll at the convention gala dinner of 1,500 plus people. All events were smash hits. Especially want to thank Sam Cawthorn and Speakers Institute team for all the coaching and guidance. Life is awesome. So one thing I absolutely love doing here at Speakers Institute is actually really helping people have very significant and successful breakthroughs in their life. And as you can already see here, just by this one person here, he learned how to be a story shower. He learned how to stand out. He learned how to position himself. And ultimately, through learning how to position, how to stand out, how to disrupt, and also how to be a story shower, then ultimately, then the world there is his oyster, which I absolutely love. So for those people that are interested a little bit more in me and obviously Speakers Institute, let me share with you a little bit more about who we are. So ultimately, we are Speakers Institute group of companies. We are 4 companies together, plus also a one non-for-profit. And we specialize in training, leadership, and well-being. We boast a team of over 80 people global with over 400 volunteers and over 45 facilitators and certified coaches with us as well, which is awesome. Yes, we are now in our 10th year running with certified coaches around the world in 8 countries globally. One thing I just love is seeing someone that is leaned in, that wants to learn the process, and then suddenly we train them to be a certified coach with us, and now they're on the payroll. And for those people that are interested at all in doing more one-to-many, if you're interested in, as a course creator, to do more speaking like a TEDx stage, if you're interested in getting out there, my encouragement to you is surround yourself with the right proximity. Why? Because proximity is power. We work with speaker bureaus, agents, TEDx curators, Fortune 500 companies all around the world, and we do some really, really cool stuff with them as well. On top of that, we believe in inspiring great leaders in speaker training, and we want to be the leader in speaker training across the globe. So very quickly, just really wanted to share with you a little bit more about Speakers Institute group of companies. It was founded by myself and also my beautiful wife. I've now been a professional speaker for 17 years. Written 11 books, including 5 of them published by the world's largest business book publishing house, Wiley, and 4 of them getting into the top 50 New York Times international bestseller. So clearly, I know a few thing or two when it does come to story showing, and I certainly would encourage you all throughout today's webinar for you to lean in where you can and really stay ahead of the curve. And so I actually wanted to literally start with that today. I wanted to give you some real insights in and around the new now. One thing I just love doing is keeping my finger on the pulse when it does come to the latest trends in business, in small business, for coaches, for facilitators, and even people out there that actually want to build their profile in this new profile economy. By the way, that's all. The new profile economy is all based on my latest book, which is called People Will Follow People. You should check it out. But ultimately, what is the new now? And how can we all get insights and also stay ahead of the curve in this new now? So I actually wanted to share this with you first and foremost as we go along here in this webinar. So let's actually have a look here. The first one is this: is AI everything? What we're now noticing is for those businesses that are really embracing every single facet of artificial intelligence, and that's with everything, with CRM, with LMS, with CAP and the like. But my encouragement too is this: if you still have this limiting belief that AI could take over the world from movies that you watched back in the 1980s, 1990s, then you're doing yourself a disservice. I cannot encourage you enough. Find ways how you can embrace some of the latest AI technology that's coming out, because it'll only help you to create systems, processes to analyze data and ultimately grow for more influence, more impact, and more income. Everything is AI at the moment in the future. The next one is this: is work from anywhere. We already know this. What we do know is that in this post-pandemic world, in the second half of 2022, secretly many of us actually enjoyed COVID. Why? Because we had more of a healthier work-life balance. We're at home, we got comfortable, and now all of a sudden we're told now that we have to get out and about again, we have to fly again, we got to go do face-to-face networking opportunities, and so all of a sudden now we're seeing a lot more agility and a lot more flexibility on where we want to work from. So even though Randstad released a study that actually showed that up to 72% of businesses are flexible in their working environment for their employees moving forward, I still feel though that there has to still be an understanding of, yes, we want to work from anywhere, but also we need that physical human touch as well as a human connection. Next one is this seamless hybrid. This one here is really interesting. And it's all in and around the future of coaching, the future of events, the future of meetings and the like. And what we do now know of the new now is everything has to have a hybrid element, and hybrid meaning that it is both digital and analog, that it is both online but also face to face. That if you haven't learned how to orchestrate that type of experience with both your clients, your customers, your workplace, your marketplace, then ultimately you're going to be behind the curve. So start really truly investing in all levels of seamless hybrid to really help you on that journey as well. The next one is hyper personalization. What we do know where the future of client centricity is going is that it is all about giving our clients, our customers, our team a hyper-personalized experience, that it's orchestrated just for them. So my encouragement to you, if you really want to win for more influence, more impact, and more income, we must provide a hyper-personalized experience that is just for them. The reality is I'm not going to spend any of my time on something that's more of a spray and pray model, where you spray something out there in the marketplace and you pray it might land on one or two people. It has to have a hyper-personalized experience attached to it as well. The next one here is cyber war, and we're already starting to see this over the last few years. I believe it first started to come into effect when Donald Trump was actually trying to be re-elected, and all of a sudden we saw cancel culture, we saw people delete off social media, we saw our freedom of speech taken away, and also not only that, we saw Twitter wars between countries and between organizations. There's a lot of people that are just simply losing out on their work all just simply because of this cyber war that we're currently seeing in the world right now. And you know something? I believe we haven't even scratched the surface of where we're going to go in this. So continue to stay control. So what this means for you is stay control of your digital presence. Yes, be bold with your opinions and get your message out there in this profile economy, but be very strong on maintaining your own digital presence online, because that's going to be key for your future success. Next one is this: radical simplification. I believe many of us are actually in the education space, whether you're a business owner, whether you are, whether you're out there and you're educating your client, your customers in your services, in your message, in your products, and the like. But the reality is, as we are educating our clients, our customers, our team, and the like, we need to find a way that it is as radically simple as possible. Why? Because I believe that we're living in the era of the polymath, and this is the title of a book that I'm currently working on right now, and it's all in and around how can we provide a fast tracked experience on education for our clients, our customers, our team, in order to make it radically simple for people to catch it. Why? Because time is now of the essence. No one's got time, yet at the same time, I want to learn multiple different things in multiple different career pathways that I want to take, and I want to learn it in the fastest possible way. And so in this era of the polymath, what are we doing right now to provide radical simplification on where the future is going? And then the last one is this: flex, scale, speed. Now this here is all in and around how can we be as agile as possible and flexible. So in this global unprecedented movement of constant and rapid change, but also still scale and provide a service to our marketplace, to our workplace with absolute speed. So if you haven't already, just take a screenshot of this, because I feel that this one here will really, really help you on that journey towards being ahead of the curve. One thing I love doing is always giving all of my clients, all of my customers, some of the latest trends that are going on. And the reality is, what you're seeing right now, will change again in the next 3 to 6 months. So stay connected in the right proximity. Reach out to me personally and say, "Hey Sam, I want to be in your inner circle. I want to be a part of your proximity. What do I need to do to get into the proximity?" Yeah, because what you're seeing right now is the new now for today. It may not necessarily be the now for the end of 2022 and moving forward as well. So I just really wanted to mention that. And also, which one was your favorite? Was your or maybe the most relevant for you? Was the one that was most relevant for you more AI everything, or was it more work from anywhere, or seamless hybrid, or hyper personalization? Maybe it was more cyber war, radical simplification, or maybe it was flex, scale, speed. But ultimately, the more that you can stay ahead of the curve is going to be absolute pivotal to your success as well, which is great. Are you having fun? Hope you're really enjoying yourself here. So now, this next part of what I'd like to now share with you a little bit more is how can you disrupt, but also how can you position yourself in your marketplace, whether you're a thought leader, whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you have a message, a product, a service. What are you doing right now to position yourself well and ultimately disrupt your marketplace? What we do know is this: in your industry right now, it is more saturated than any other time in history. It's no longer good enough for you to be like everyone else. And so my encouragement to you right now is to do everything you can to stand out, to disrupt your marketplace in this fast changing world. So when saying all this, I'd love to now share with you a little bit more about how you can do this well. So as you can see here, we're actually going to, we've got, so here, I might just get rid of that actually altogether. There we go. So how to position yourself and how to have one disruptive idea. I'm going to give you 3 ways here that'll really, really help you in order for you to do this well. And that way then it'll help you to position yourself well and ultimately have that one disruptive idea. Now, just trust what I'm about to do here, but I'm going to share with you one of the best ways in how to do it particularly for those people that have a message. However, what you're about to see right now is also going to be relevant for people that have a product or people that have a service. Yeah. So yes, right now I'm going to share with you more around those people that have more ideas or a message, but the same formula will work if you have a product or services as well. So let's actually have a look. 3 key areas. The first one is disrupt a common phrase. Now, what we're seeing right now is every single industry. Yeah, we actually have common phrases. Some of these phrases can be something that we've all heard of before. Other phrases are only phrases that we've only heard in certain industry sectors. But my encouragement to you would be to disrupt those current phrases. Let me give you an example again for those people that have a message or want to, or as a coach, as a speaker, as a thought leader, as an author, whatever you might call it. So obviously, for me, I disrupted a common phrase. What was a common phrase? A common phrase was bounce back. Look how we're bouncing back from the global financial crisis, how we're bouncing back from COVID and the like. So I then wanted to disrupt that, and this one here is called bounce forward. Yeah, see how I did that? You disrupt it when everyone's zagging. You want to zig. Yeah. Another one here, her name is Sarah. She works in finance. You know how in finance we've all been taught, how to get rich fast, get rich quick, etc. We want to disrupt that common phrase, and this one here is called get rich slow. Brilliant, genius, awesome. Another suggestion here is, how we've all been taught when we're young kids, don't talk to strangers, do not talk to strangers. Let's disrupt that. And this one here is called do talk to strangers. So as you can see here, really, really, really great examples here of disrupting a common phrase. What is a common phrase that you're seeing in your industry, and how can you disrupt that? Let's go to the next one. The next one here is create a standout word, or create a standout words. Yeah. So one thing I love about this is what are words that really stand out, and so it makes someone have a double take. Whoa, yeah. I'll give you an example. So Ken Robinson, one of the top 5 of the most watched TED Talks of all time, unfortunately, he's now passed away, but he talked about this. His standout word was the word kill, and this is his message. Schools kill creativity. Yeah, you might have seen the TED Talk, but the reality is, imagine if that TED Talk was called Schools Don't Encourage Creativity. It wouldn't have the same disruption. It would not stood out. So he created that word, schools kill creativity. What's another standout word? The subtle art of not giving a yeah. Imagine if that book was The Subtle Art of Not Really Caring About What People Think of You. It wouldn't work. Create a standout word. What's another standout word? Ferocious for joy, one of our students, yeah? What's another standout word? False economy. Again, create a standout word. And again, for those people that may not have a message but has more of a product and service, for those business owners, both of these areas here are still relevant. Have a disrupt a common phrase, create a standout word or words, could be your own product or service and what you name that or the like. And then the last one is make up a cool word, like make it up. So one of my mates, he talks about converging digital and analog in this world. So he made up a word. It's called digilog, blurring the lines between our digital minds and our analog hearts. Genius. The next one here is freakonomics. And again, this one here is all in and around a made-up word. And if you think about it, right, a word that I purely made up, I totally made up this word, is called story showing. Yeah, how to stand out from the storytellers. I made it up. So again, these 3 ways here is going to be absolute key for you in order for you to stand out from everyone else. Yeah, disrupt a common phrase, create a standout word, or make up a cool word. Really, really easy ways in order for you to make sure that you are disrupting, particularly, during this event here, which is obviously all around disrupting, in this expo. Really, really excited about this expo, and obviously how even today's conversation and other conversations can really add value to you in this journey as well. And really, the essence of story showing is actually showing a story rather than just telling a story. And you'll learn a lot of that, particularly when you come along to our programs. And for those people that are interested, the best thing to do is either just go onto Instagram or even Facebook or even LinkedIn. Send me through a personal message to say, Sam, I'm interested in your boot camp. Please tell me more information, and I'll actually then get someone to give you a call. And we'd love to stay connected with you and ultimately help you on this journey towards upgrading this number one skill set on the planet, which is speaking confidently in front of people. Certainly excited about your journey as you learn how to share more powerful stories, how you can disrupt your marketplace, how you can be ahead of the curve in the new now. But I'm really hoping that today's masterclass really helped you on your journey towards you being the best version of yourself in the future. And do not forget that our greatest days are ahead of us. The second half of 2022 is going to be exciting. Going into 2023, it's going to be even greater. And what we'll see are significant industries are going to be booming. And I'm hoping it's going to be you. And so do not forget that our greatest days are ahead of us. Why? Because the best is yet to come. We'll see you soon.